yes. You can say yes, you can say it. No? When we translate, we have to come to different things, such as etymology. Anybody know what is etymology? Etymology, exactly. What is etymology? Is it important when we translate or not? Excellent, very good. Something else, cognates. What is a cognate? What is a cognate? The word actually, actual, timely, flexible, actual. Many people will say actually in English is actualmente. Is this correct or incorrect? Incorrect. Actually means the age. So that's a cognate. Words that have similar pronunciation but the meaning is totally different. So when we say actually, we don't say actualmente. No, it's a fact, it's something real. No? When you translate, you really have to pay attention to the etymology of the words and the cognates, such as this example. And I really like that picture, how you say yes in different languages, which is just the word. You really have to know how to understand in your own personal language. Yes, so you have to take that into consideration. Another important thing, in order to do your best, how do we accomplish these challenges tasks, this exercise? Do you think it's easy or difficult to translate? Easy? Yes. Why? Because yes. It's easy or it's difficult? Sometimes easy, sometimes difficult. Yes, but how? What is it that we have to do in order to accomplish, to succeed, to really know? Okay. What do people are doing? What do you think they're doing? In order to do their best, they endeavor to select the accurate words. What is endeavor? They make a real effort. Endeavor, esfuerzo. Yes? It would be very nice if every time you need to translate, a book, an article, a song, you have your friends, with you. Everybody's saying, I think this is the best idea. No, you know what? This is better. Yes? And you have to choose the correct words. Accurate means correct. Yes? To understand. Why? Because we need to have the full meaning, the complete meaning of the English language. Yes? So if you have to do a homework, if you have to do an investigation, try this. With your friends that know English a little bit, with your teachers, don't worry. Look for people so they can help you to translate, not just you. Look for help, okay? Not just you, not only Google, okay? With other people, so you can compare answers, yes? Different translations. That's one thing. Another important thing, computers. Teacher, you were saying that Google's not good. Well, computer speed up the process. What is speed up? Like slow or do things quick? We have a lot of time, but we don't have time. Let's be honest. We don't have time, no? That's she tells me to hurry up. So if you want to speed things up, you want to do things faster, you can use, translate, like Google, stuff like that. Yes? That makes things easier and faster. Yes, when you translate. It's important because dictionaries, these tools, materials, research are there to help you to make things easier and a lot more faster. So remember, what's the first thing you have to do? Talk to your friends. Talk to friends when you need to translate. Look for computers or tools or dictionaries to make things easier and faster. Another important thing, is the result that you get. I'm gonna go a little back. Do you know which is the book that has been translated for many, many years? Many, many years. Exactly, the Bible. This is about religion. We're not gonna talk about religion, but I have a point and something I want to explain to you. Do you think it was easy to translate the whole book? Easy or super difficult? Difficult and with many, many years. Yes? Because Arlen, you know, this book is the most translated in so many different languages now. It originates in Hebrew, Arabic, and Greek. Those three languages. So if people want to know about God and religion and so forth, we don't speak Hebrew, Arabic, or Greek. Yes? So people really have to do a really good job in order to translate it. And remember, this is back days, back time, no modern time, no modern days. And they did it. They translate in a very good way. What is my point? If these people are not modern at all, and they did a good job, we can do it too in these modern times. What do you think? This kind of paper is brand new or it's really old? It's called a papiro. Yes? As you can see, this is a picture. This is like in museums. Not any people can just touch your film. The point is, this is Hebrew. Yeah? And when people came to this, and you know what? We have to translate. And they did this very good job. With very rustic things, no Google, no translator, only simple things. Even back then, if they have dictionaries, no modern dictionaries, very old things. So they did a good job, yes, because they never give up. They continue practicing and do the job. What's my point? My point is, we're gonna go to the step to translate. What's the first thing you have to do? Go ahead. Translate, like the exercise, like the point we did. Number one, go ahead and translate. It says, interesting information. This professor of Hebrew says, differ not only the grammar of the roots, but also the manner in which the ideas are built up into a sense. So you need to get the idea. If you're going to listen or translate a song, or an article, or a reading, just get the idea. Okay, that's number one, very, very important. And then, you just translate, you have to check the information that we translate is the correct one. That's what we did with the poem, you know? We read it, or maybe, yeah, this is right. Because regardless, if it's in Hebrew or Arabic, some people will say, I don't like it, I will go word by word, like they did with the Bible. Yes, back in those days, but then you have to really check if it's the correct information. And then, after you translate and you check, then you have to proofread. What is proofread? This is not only orthography, this is the meaning. It really is easy to understand. It's understandable, you know? For example, a translator may be able to mirror the literal regarding of the original language in some passages. But this must be done very carefully. So maybe you have an exam, maybe you have homework, maybe you have to do something very important, and information is only in English, it's not in your language. So you really have to take care, take time, be careful when you translate. Yes? Okay? So who can tell me the three things when you translate? What's the first thing you have to do? Yes, one of these. The very first thing, what is it that we have to do? Remember. Before you translate, what is the main thing you have to do? Remember? What this professor of Hebrew says? You have to get what? The idea. What is this person saying? In a song, in a book, in anything. What's the general idea? That's number one. And then number two, what is it that you do? Exactly, you write it, you translate it. What we did with the poem, no? Translate. You translate. If you like word by word, if you don't like, can we have some space minute? If you don't like phrase by phrase, go ahead word by word. Okay? And then at the end, what is it that we have to do? You check it. Yes, remember you have to check the meaning, and then at the end, you double check. Read orthography, read it one more time to see if it's correct. Okay? Now we're gonna do it another example. Again, get your pen, get your little piece of paper. Does anyone has a piece of paper for minute that she used to write? Yes? No? Okay. I'm gonna tell you another little poem. very short, but you're not gonna read it. It's gonna tell you. You cannot listen. You cannot write it. Okay? Very short. Write it in English, yes, and then we make the translation. Okay? Ready? Yes. The secret of happiness. Write it down in English, please. The secret of happiness. And then we're gonna do the translation. The secret of happiness. Okay, no problem. Continue. Is not in doing. Is not in doing. Okay. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes. One likes. It's not in doing what one likes. Comma, yes. What's that? But in liking, but, remember but, the contrary, in liking, likes, but ing, in liking. I'm going to repeat from the beginning. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes, but in liking what one does. In liking what one does. Complete. The secret of happiness is not in doing what one likes, but in liking what one does. James Berry. Okay. Who wants to tell me what's the translation? Go ahead and translate. Remember, you translate first the idea, no? You say the idea. Number two, go ahead and translate. And then, what was the other thing? Check the orthography, check the information, and then double check. It's correct. That's the point that you really are doing it. Right here. You got the idea of the poem? Yes. Okay. And then what do? You translate. Okay, now check your orthography, check that information is correct. Yes. If you want the phrase, word by word, that's fine. And then the language, the mirror. If you did a careful job, if you did it with time, you're gonna do it. Okay, who wants to tell me? My dad, please. Bravo, very good, excellent. A different one, Casas, Raúl, yes. Jonathan Casas, yes. Please. Perfect, I like that. I like my days, I like to. Somebody different, Kevin, Paulina, Carmen, anybody. Mike, Alex. Tell me, listen. She has an idea. Felices. Very good. Mike, Alex, Carmen, Kevin. That's the point that you participate. Yes. Raúl, my dear friend, yes. Mike? Yes, anybody else? Nobody else? Candy? Lady Dahlia? Yes. Do you have the idea? Everybody got the idea? Yes. When we translate, we do it the same. We think different. But the point is that you really did it. When you came to this stuff, oh, we're gonna be translating, no. And did you read it? No, you just what? You listen, and you write it, and you understand. So only takes practice, that's all. Practice. It's not magic, it's not something unreal. You can do it. Just take practice. Very good, very good. You guys are very good translators. Let's continue. I love this picture. What do you think? Is it real? What's the point? Exactly. Is he happy or he's not happy? He wants to eat the cheese. He would love it. But guess what? There's a real little problem there. Yes. That's why he's taking some precautions. Yes. He got a little helmet on his head. You think he's gonna do it? He's gonna go for it? Maybe. I don't know. But that's the point. Never give up. Don't give up. When you translate, when you read, when you listen to a song, it's hard, it's difficult. But you try to the little mouse, don't give up. Continue practicing. That's the point. A translator may be able to mirror the literal rendering of the original language, but this must be done again. Careful. Especially in a moment we're going to be talking about your work. Right now you're students, but one day you're going to be there outside working. Yes or no? You know, working real life. And you have to get paid. And you have to get money. Maybe you're going to get married and your kids. I don't know. But you really have to start writing this attitude. This is the attitude. Like you do. Continue practicing. Don't give up. Okay? It's hard. You can do it. I know. Judgment. Right now we can talk about judgment. Teacher, what is judgment? I put it down in Spanish. When you translate, judgment is very important. Why? I brought the information in Spanish. All these things into consideration when you translate. Many people will say, oh, please do this for me, and they will pay for you to translate. But again, it's your job, it's your homework, it's just a song that you want to listen to the video, you're watching a movie, you don't need to pay. With your own judgment, yes, you need to translate. So this is something that you really start thinking, oh yes, judge things before you do it, before you have to do it. And I really like this. A translator must be use a good judgment in order to select the words. So this is the key, vocabulary. You always have to look for the correct vocabulary. In the target language that they represent, again we go back to the idea. We need to get the idea of the regular language class. In addition, there is a need to structure the sentences so you get the whole point. Okay? So again, you need to really think about it and have a good judgment. What is judgment important to? Select the words. So you can really express what you want to say. And when you're reading the poem, somebody say disfruta, hacer, different words. So you have to use good judgment when you translate. Okay? That's important. Do you think sometimes we do things always right or sometimes we do things wrong? Or always right? Always right or sometimes wrong? Are you like these interpreters? Yes, sometimes they do wrong things erroneously. But remember the mouse. What we learned about the little mouse. Are you going to give up or never give up? No, continue. Sometimes it's going to happen and you're going to get the wrong, that's why I write it down. Sometimes it's going to be right, but many times it's going to be wrong. Don't worry. Continue practicing, continue reading, yes? Continue listening. So you will really continue learning how to translate. So don't worry if you make mistakes. Really like this picture? Because when we translate things, sometimes we have to, the expression that we need literally. What can you get from the picture? Yes? Is it real or not? Yeah, sometimes we stop the dog. Yes? Please be quiet, don't shut your mouth. Sometimes when we translate, depending, in a moment we're going to go up to your name. Edicion, yes, Administración. Sometimes when you translate, you have to read it word by word, literally. In Imagine these are mathematics. You're not gonna go by phrases. It has to be done word by word, steps. Okay. So keep this in mind that sometimes it has to be literal. Okay. The idea or literal. Judgment is important. Literal is important. One more, balance. Balance is very important. Why? Because even if you choose word by word or phrasing, you have to take so many things into consideration. The grammar. Grammar is easy, more or less, or difficult. What is grammar? I don't like grammar. Vocabulary. Vocabulary is easy, more or less difficult. No? Okay, more or less. When you speak, teacher, I can read, yes, no problem. I can read, yes, thank you. Super easy, yes. But when I say have to maybe have a song or homework, or I listen to my favorite song, like I don't understand. So you have to keep balance. Many things, grammar, vocabulary, grammar structure, if it's affirmative, negative, question form, yes, all these things. So keep in mind, you have to be balanced. If you use the words when you paraphrase, because again, you want to do things right, no awkward, no incorrect. So you have to remember all these things. I hope you're not going to sleep. Almost done. I really like this picture. When we translate, we have to make sure that it's easy to read. Yes? Like the poem that you have now with you. Now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to tell you a poem in Spanish, and you're going to write it down in English. Yes? Ready? Okay. Give me a second. So when you read it, hopefully the Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to say it in Spanish, and you're going to translate it in English. Es la bondad. Es la bondad. In Spanish, you're going to do the translation. Es la bondad en una persona. Es la bondad en una persona. No la belleza. Coma. Es la bondad en una persona. No la belleza. Coma. Lo que gana o lo cual gana nuestro amor. Otra vez. Es la bondad, no la persona. Es la bondad en una persona, y explícame. Es la bondad en una persona, no la belleza, coma, lo cual gana nuestro amor. That's in Spanish. Yes, now please do the translation in English. Remember, you get the idea, translate, check, double check, orthography, yes. So it's easy to understand, easy to read to everybody. Yes. You tell me. How do you say bondad? How do you say bondad? Kindness. Bondad is kindness. Kindness. Kindness, bueno. Bondad, kindness. Como felicidad, happiness, kindness. Bondad is kindness. Es la bondad en una persona. That's the idea. No la belleza. No la belleza. ¿Cómo se dice belleza? Beauty. Beautiful, beauty. ¿Qué tú quieras poner ese problema? Lo cual gana nuestro amor. Lo cual gana nuestro amor. Repeat, how do you say what? Si no, in English, yes or no, more or less, without. If not, then not. If? Okay, who's ready? Who says me, teacher? Me. That's okay. Remember, this is not exam. This is not your oral exam. It's for you to really prove that you can translate. Because you cannot do it for the rest of your life. And if you're going to Google, go ahead and do it in Google, but remember this is a poem. This is art. Yes? It's not mathematics. Es la bondad de la persona. Una persona, no la belleza, lo que gana nuestro amor. Because you fall in love, no? You have your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and this is special things of kindness, bondad, lo que gana su corazón. Okay. Who's ready? Who can come? Me, teacher, me. Remember, this is not right or wrong, correct or incorrect. It's just practicing. We are really practicing. Ready, Mayra? Yes, tell me. Bravo, bravo. Very good. Yes. Mike, ready? No, Alex, Casas. Why me? Because there's a mistake. Please.
Kindness in a person not meaningful. It's breeze or breeze? Breeze or love?
Wings are love. Perfect. Very nice. Very good job. Yes. Make your friend. Yes.
It's not the beauty, but the kindness of each other.
Wonderful. Very good. Do you understand? Did we get the idea? We translate, we check, and it's what? Easy to understand. Easy to understand. So this is how we start with small things, very small things, like small poems. I'm gonna read it for you in this book of poems. It says, is there kindness in a person, not beauty, beautiful, not beauty, which wins our loves? Yes? So everything is perfect, it's no problem. So with small things, with little things, you can start. And in this moment I can prove to you that you can do it. And no Google, right? We're not using Google, no Google. You want to do it as well. It's not bad. Let's continue. Okay, I have something in Korean, right? This was Korean. And I love this thing. I love this thing. Nice to meet you. This is in Korean. It says, Manaso Bangal. Boyo. That's nice to meet you. What's my point? When you translate, this is a very good example, the correct sense, the correct idea. Can you translate this word by word? Let's try. Bueno a conocer tú. Is this correct in Spanish? Listen. I am teacher Lucy, yes? Mucho gusto. Yes or no? You have to learn coherence. What is coherence? Coherencia. Always, all the time. So phrases, bueno a conocer tú, no, because we won't have the correct thing, the correct idea. Mucho gusto. That's in our language, that's in Spanish, no? So you want to what? Communicate. You really want to communicate, no? The correct idea. That's why, or word word, or in this case, is the phrase, literal the meaning, no? So you have the correct meaning. So that's why we practice. That's why you have English classes. Yes. Conversation strategy. So you learn. So this is a good example when we translate, or even to another language. Okay. I insist it has to be easy. Easy as, is it called? 1, 2, 3. As simple as that. When you translate. How? It has to be easy. Tell me. Only when you study at the university you are going to translate, or for the rest of your life? Yes. Are you always going to go to the movies? Yes or no? Always. Even you're a little old lady, yeah, you're gonna go to the movies. Do you like music? Always. No? Watch movies, music, poems. Who doesn't like poetry? No? Or things that you like to read. We're always going to need to translate. And because we need to translate, we have to do it easily, in an easy way. Not difficult, easy. As something fun. So practice. My main point is practice. Practice makes it. Okay? So keep practicing when you have the chance. Now, as I was saying, a song, a text, a movie. I really like this because it says about the people when you're sincere. When you listen to a song, when you watch a movie, when you go to the theater, you really want to understand what they're saying. You're like this. understand. Again, you can go to the dictionaries, yes. But looking in the dictionary, will you get the correct idea? If you're listening to a song, all right. It really takes practice. It really takes time to learn, to translate, to understand your own language. Yes, because you really want to learn. And it happens to you. You don't understand, but in the shower, la 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 la, you're singing. Yes or no? You don't know the correct information, but you are singing. You like it. So if you like it and you take the time, don't worry, you will be a very good translator. Mistakes, practice, practice, practice. That's all. It's not difficult. It's easy. Okay, here I go. Is somebody here from business administration? I'm gonna go now with your majors, licenciaturas. Is somebody here business administration? Administration? No? Yes, yes. Do you have to read books or material or articles in English? Yes, all the time. So you have to do that. And then we continue with this is for business administrator. They're now very good books. Not with the typical things, but now we have videos to make it easier for you. So for example, teacher Italia will learn the English technology, yes, the terms, the vocabulary of her career. If it's difficult for you, there are videos where you can watch, where you can listen, where you can read to make things easy. These are tools. Or then projects, products, there are many things now. I wish the picture was bigger. As you can see, when you're learning, not just chair, the floor, in your real life, in your real work. When you finish university, you're gonna go and look for work, yes? And you really have to know the language, because you're gonna continue translating. And then, accounting, yes? Is somebody here accountant? Contador público? Nobody? No, can't skip that. There are many books now, auditorías, stuff like that, yes? They will learn how to do it. But in English, now very good, easy information. Here I have a lawyer. Anybody here is going to be a lawyer? Nobody. I don't have lawyers. You tell your friends. There are books specific in English with specific information for this kind of people. And then I really like this one. My favorite one, graphic designers. You have graphic designers? Yes or no? Yes, of course. And this is for you. Look, this is work area. Of course, the computer. What is this? The tablet, the music, the coffee, yes, all of this. But you guys are going to translate, or it's not necessary? Always. Always. They're going to be continued translated. Even you get a lot of things done by the computer. You read the books, the articles, anything you read is going to be done in English. So you have to translate it into Spanish so you can do your work. One more. Okay, that is one of my favorites. Is somebody here from systems? Engineering systems? Yes, Carmen? Yes. Okay. If you're lucky, that's why I like this idea. They use Java, they use Python, yes? Look at this book. Is it English or Spanish? English or Spanish? Check. Spanish. If you're lucky, you'll find books in your personal language, Spanish. But, for example, for Kevin, Kevin is going to find this in Spanish or in English? In English, all the time. And he has to translate. While, friend, feed, them. It has to be done. He has to translate Spanish. His whole career. You know? That's why it's so important, no matter what major, what career. Yes. So, again, if we're lucky, we're going to find information we need in a language, Spanish. But many of the times, we have to do the work in English. Really understand. One more. Information technology. Somebody came from information technology? Yes. No. Okay, so I go with Yes. What you guys are studying? Design. What are you studying? For example. Design. Okay, graphic designer. Again, the boy in the back. Graphic designer, yes? Okay. And then? Graphic designer. Okay, we talk about it. Okay. I like this picture. My friends help me. Is done in Spanish. But what's the point? What's the idea? When these girls read about how to help kids, when they go to school, if they have problems at school, they have problems with the parents, with the teacher, yes? All of this information, many of the books are going to be done in Spanish. But if they want to update, teacher, what is update? Actualizarse. They're going to be in English. So you really, again, have to translate. Really understand, to make this easy for a little boy, for the parents, so they learn and they can help us to change it. One more. Tourism. Anybody here from tourism? No, oh, that's amazing. But always also they're going to translate what they did. Okay, I really like this picture. I don't think you know this guy. So update. One day we're not gonna need to update anymore. Or we're always updating. Even your computer, you have to update it. Vamos a update it, actualizar. Always. And then when? Whatever. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's your family. Boyfriend, your girlfriend, a family member, your little brother, your little sister, somebody. Do you know, for example, he's gonna give me Adonai? Yes? He is in the 8th semester, he has a little kid, but he helps his kid in English homework. Yes? And he has to translate, not for his work, for his little boy. So not only for you, maybe for somebody you love, a family member. So if make things easy for you, make it easy for your friends, for your family, at work, at school, wherever you are. So that's why it's important. We are always going to need to translate. No more. This is what my favorite one. Who's this? Do you know the name of this little guy here? Ratatouille. Remember the other one, no? Never give up. We continue with the mouse. It says anyone. What Retos says? Anyone can cook, no? Anyone can cook. In my talk, anyone can what? Translate. And I prove to you that you translate. You just take practice. Well, there is one person that cannot translate. Who's this? Yes, of course. Who cannot translate? Google, yes. If you don't Google, translate, every guy can do it except Google Translate. When we translate, honestly, is easy? Do you understand? Or is difficult? It's confusing. It's confusing. We don't understand. So again, go back. Remember what? Who can tell me the 3 things you have to do when you translate? Now look at your notes. Number 1, what?
Idea.
The idea. Very good. And then?
Check.
Before checking.
Correct.
Translate. Go ahead and write. Okay. And then? Check. Very good. And the last thing, number 3? Check again. Very good. Improve. Orthography, singular, plural. So please don't trust in Google. So at the end, Google is a machine. You're the person, you're the one, you're the student, the master, you're going to learn that. Oh, and we love this one. Last night at 8 o'clock we were doing this. This is based on real facts. Remember my first talk was here, and it was called Free Talk. And many of you came on to talk in English, yes. But this was our faces, like, yes. You never expect you're gonna be talking in English, right? To different people. So my suggestion, my idea is that, like these guys, you practice. You listen, you write, you what? Speak. Speak, because when you speak, you translate. So make this a practice daily, every day. So no matter how many surprises you get in life, and it's based on real facts, yes, because happening here, you're gonna be a good translator. Okay? So thank you very much. I think we're done. We're over. It's just about time. Now we're gonna go with the section of questions. Anybody has a question? Yes? One at a time, no se montón. One at a time. If you feel comfortable, you can do it in Spanish, no problem. Everything understood? Don't worry, if you don't understand, I'll tell you, explain you in Spanish. You have some ideas, suggestions, questions. Everything was very clear. All right. There we go. We finished, teacher.